Hey guys, it's Julian here with another anime review. And then there's this guy. Care to explain what you're doing this time?
I'm trying to remember my past life.
Now, why would you want to do that?
Well, I manifested this sword from my past life. So there might be a girl in my past life that I need to remember, because she might be out there looking for me. So all I need to do is remember her, and I will find her.
You know that will never happen, right? But this does remind me of an anime. World Break Aria of Curse for the Holy Swordsman. Let's take a look at that today. Past lives of heroes, kings, queens, princesses, witches, and wizards are all commonplace in this world. But sadly, not everyone in this world has a past life. Those that can remember it become saviors. Saviors exist in this world for one reason: to defeat Metaphysicals, which appear from people's past as these creatures that should not exist in the new world. Now, most people tend to only have one past life, and these past lives give you the ability to access your old ancient weapons, or have the ability to use prana to access dark and light arts. Now, there is one though in this world that has not one, but two past lives. His name is Moroha, and he is the Ancient Dragon. But being the Ancient Dragon comes with it a huge price. He carries the curse of a metaphysical hunting him down throughout the ages, killing all of his loved ones. And this metaphysical has succeeded in the past, but will he succeed now? Or will Moroha finally take charge and not let destiny repeat itself?
You know what? I must have been something really cool in my past life. And when I remember that girl too, she'll be so happy once we reunite. I'm gonna be a super savior.
Okay, yeah, you keep believing that. Keep working on trying to access that past life of yours. I'm gonna get back to my review. So this anime comes in at only 12 episodes, which is a little short for that kind of interesting premise. At least, or so I thought. So that means this anime is going to be more on the shallow end. It doesn't quite go into details explaining why the world is the way it is, going into everyone's little itty-bitty backstory. So you're kind of just left accepting this is just how this world is most of the time. It does tell a complete story, so do not worry. It does not end on a cliffhanger, meaning, oh great, it's a harem-based anime. It's going to leave off on a big cliffhanger. This one, ironically, does not. So you got all the comedic gags of your harem, you got your terribly accented character, you got your foreign exchange, you got your lolly, you got your sister trope, you've got this really respectable girl, you got all of that, don't worry, you got your comedic moments in this series, as well as you got fantastic action sequences, so don't worry on that end either. So even though it is a little on the shallow side, doesn't mean that all of its shortcomings are bad. It still tells a really great story at the end of the day, which I think you guys should be checking out, of course. Alright guys, it's time for Romance Corner. I know it's a harem, but even in a harem, there are at least one or two good relationships in there. In this one, it's no exception. I'm not going to talk about Sasuke or Elena because they like to play the part of the kid little sister. In this series, it doesn't feel quite right because she doesn't act anything more than a kid sister. Neither one of them wants anything more, it feels like. As much as Sasuke does try to make it more romantic, it feels very forced on her end, and it feels more natural for her just to play the part of the kid sister. So, I am going to be talking about the next best relationship, and the only one that I think is really appropriate in this is Moroha and Shizuno. Now, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but at the end of the series, it is revealed that Shizuno, in her past life, was actually married to Moroha. So, using this kind of as a basis for this, it makes sense why they should be a romantic couple by the end of the series. And it kind of does seem by the end, Moroha does actually have romantic feelings, only towards Shizuno. So, yay, it works out in that sense. Even though it is a harem, there is a true romance in there. And it just makes sense between the two. Shisuno is very more composed, and when they did actually have that kiss in the beginning of the series, it felt very natural, again, not forced, and just kind of went with the flow. And I think that's very important in a lot of these romantic relationships, is you don't want them to feel forced, but you want them to play out quite naturally. And like I said, their relationship just kind of works. They're all kind of on the same power level. Their powers work really well together. And I guess they were in a past life, so again, they were married. It makes sense. They become husband and wife in the future as well. Alright guys, now it's time for the 3 reasons as to why you should be watching this anime. I know it was a little shaky in the story, but let me hard sell you on these 3 points. Number 1, it is an interesting premise. The story is still very interesting. The idea of using your past lives to help fight beasts from your past lives in current day, I think, was very fascinating and very captivating. The idea of being able to use ancient weapons with a mix of dark and light arts, I think, truly was a great concept. Number 2, it is lighthearted, so this is an easy watch. If you were expecting some serious drama, backstory, or you're gonna have to really think and get your head around the plot, don't worry about it. This is one you can pop in at the end of the day of a long, hard day's worth of work and just relax with it. Nothing stressful, just great service. I'm not gonna just say fan service. There is still great service on the fighting side, so don't worry on that end either. And last but not least is number 3, is the really cool combat. Like I said, the use of ancient weapons with the mixture of light and dark arts I think is really cool, because they have to actually write out each spell in the ancient language. Again, the font is actually available on the website, still to this day, if you go and check it out on the anime's website, so you can use that type font if you want. Kind of weird sell there. But it is very cool to see this combat in action and see the mixture of using weapons to fight along with the spells to kind of help enhance your abilities or fire off a firebolt or a lightning bolt when needed. Well, he's still busy trying to access his past life and find his old past lover mumbo jumbo nonsense. I think he should be focusing on finding a lover in this day and century. But you know, you do you, whatever. Anyway, thank you guys for checking out this review. Alright guys, that's it. So I hope to see you guys in the next review. See ya. I remember!